Yo, what is good, YouTube? Today I'm going to be explaining why beginner coaches are outselling you and how to fix this problem. Okay, so in 2025, going into 2026, it is literally becoming easier than ever to print money as an online coach, even without having a massive audience, right? However, most coaches completely overlook this. They don't understand that they are literally losing out on market share and potential clients on a day-to-day basis, right? So stop thinking that just having a ton of followers is going to be like your golden ticket and what is going to bring you coaching clients for all the months and years to come, because it comes down to so many more things I'm going to break down for you in this video right now. Okay, so if you continue to overlook these things I'm going to say in these videos, slash just put off implementing them into your coaching business, then actually, using them, to be blunt, you're just going to stay stagnant and never actually go and scale your coaching business. So I'm just going to get into these literal three things. They're super simple. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. So the first thing is your ICP. Now, if you don't know what ICP stands for, it stands for your ideal customer profile, and it's basically just a detailed description of who your ideal customer is, right? And in 2020, in the 2025 info space, is a complete trust recession. Okay, people only really buying from people that they can actually trust, right? Because of this, you need to be focused on identifying your ICP and speak directly to them through your content, which is something that a lot of beginner coaches are doing, which is why they're landing clients over you, even if you may have a large audience, right? This will get people to like you and trust you way sooner compared to just wing it and making content with hopes of going viral instead of actually helping your core audience slash your ICP, right? So right here, just some random things that you can basically have inside of your ICP sheet. You basically want to get very, very clear on who your ideal customer actually looks like and speak to them in your content rather than just making your content to be very, very broad with hopes of going viral, right? So it can be stuff like, what do they do? So like, do they work a job or do they make money online, whatever it may be? What is their desired outcome, right? So what do they actually want out of life? What are potentially their fitness goals, their money goals, whatever it may be? What are their current pain points that they have? What are their current bottlenecks? What are their motivating factors? Just stuff like this, right? Obviously, we want to go in much further depth than just compared to what I have right here. But right here is just like a general sort of couple of ideas that you can have for this, right? You basically want to get clear on who your ideal customer is. And the more clear you can get on who this person is, the more you can speak to them in your content, and the more you can do that in your content, the more you're actually going to get people to like you and trust you, and eventually actually get more people buying into your coaching, right? Now, you may be thinking, I shouldn't get too specific with my ICP, right? Because it is very important to get very specific with your ICP, but you may be thinking, like, you don't want to get too specific, because, people may not want to then like work with you and, stuff like that, right? But if you're charging high ticket prices, and I'm talking like truly high ticket, this isn't going to be a worry because you're not going to be appealing to absolutely everybody in your content anyway, because you're trying to work with a small amount of people, but only people who are also actually going to be willing to invest in your 2, 3, 4, 5K plus to work with you, right? So you're going to be trying to appeal to everybody. You want to be appealing to a very small amount of people, pretty much as your core audience is what you can call them. These can be people who are actually going to be able to invest into your coaching and actually be able to actually, work with you, pay that price point, and actually just be serious people that you can actually want to like help and work with. So just absolutely anybody. So if you're thinking, oh yeah, my ICP is going to be too specific, that's literally a good thing because you're not going to be trying to target a ton of people unless you're selling something that's low ticket, right? And yeah, if you aren't charging these prices in 2025, it's basically like high ticket prices, and you have millions of followers and you're not like doing a low ticket offer, then what are you doing, right? Like, don't be selling your coaching for like £1,000, $1,000. It's just not worth it, right? You want to be really doing high ticket and trying to sell to less people, pretty much. So that's the first thing, just really getting clarity on your ICP. Who do they look like? What does your ideal customer look like? What do they do? Things of this nature, and really get clear on this and actually speak to them through your content. So the next thing is your deliverables, right? So as a coach, you basically need to be crystal clear on what your program actually consists of and how you can help people go from where they currently are to their desired outcome, right? This is such a basic thing, but so many coaches still miss this, they overlook it. You don't really know what their program is actually going to consist of and what they actually help people with, right? So if they have like a rough idea of it, they don't have actual clarity on what it is. So right here's mine, for example. I'm not trying to obviously, like plug myself too much. But if you are a coach looking to scale, you can go ahead and book a free call me down below, implement some of these things right here. But I just have them all written out just so I really know what I actually help people with. And so when I hop into the sales call with them, or when they ask me these questions, I know exactly how I can actually help them, what my business handles completely, right? And you need to basically be on this type of level if you're an online coach, right? You need to know exactly what your coaching actually consists of, what you actually help people with, really be clear on this and have it potentially written out somewhere, or something like that, right? So when you just get clear on what your coaching actually consists of, how you actually help people go from A to B. On top of that, you should also have some type of feedback loop, right? So people are going to buy into your coaching program, they're then going to receive coaching from you, From here, you're then going to get feedback from them. So obviously you can then gather some insights. You should be doing this if you're a coach. If you're not, then like what are you doing? You should really be gathering insights on how people basically like, what they got from your coaching, how it was helpful and whatnot. And from here, you can then redo the deliverables, so you basically end up building a program that's so good, and it basically guarantees a result, right? So yeah, follow something like this when it comes to actually, basically improving your program and actually building a better one over time. But yeah, you should really be focused on really getting clarity on your deliverables. This is something that most coaches have in place, but still, like if you really don't know exactly what you're going to be offering, then how can you really have clarity? How can you make good content? Like it's actually such an important thing, such a big fundamental that still so many people end up just missing out. So the final thing is going to be trust. Right now, this is arguably the most important out of all the ones I've talked about in this video. Okay, so people are buying info more than ever in 2025. Right, money is moving. People are purchasing, but the money's not going into your pockets. Right, why is this? Well, it's because of trust. Right, it's probably that you have not created enough trust between you and your audience. Okay, now obviously you can simply just search this up. Right, the product market, the digital goods are growing so much day on day. Right, but the truth is that lifestyle marketing is just completely dead, right? And you may be, I don't know, okay, I'm not going to change the color. You may be trying to go with this, right? You may be trying to, flex cars or flex your bank balance to land clients, but this is the complete wrong approach, right? You should be focusing on building trust. Now, one of the best ways to create trust is through YouTube, and you want to be really focusing on YouTube over other social media platforms. And the reason for this is because on YouTube, people are going to spend way more time with you compared to stuff like Instagram, TikTok, right? One YouTube video is going to be anywhere from like 10 minutes long, usually minimum, right? So through this, people are going to spend way more time with you just watching your content. As a result of that, they're going to be way more likely to buy into your content because of something called the 7 hour rule, right? Now, if you don't know what the 7 hour rule is, it's basically that if somebody consumes 7 hours more worth of your content, they're going to be way more likely to buy from you. And this was actually an official study literally conducted by Google, and they found this out, right? So you need to be focused on making people basically spend the most time watching your content. And this is so much easier to do through YouTube compared to anything else, right? And in the info products game, it's always going to fall back on trust, right? People who are persistently buying info products, consistently buying coaching programs, at the end of the day, eventually they're going to find the program that is basically built on the most trust, right? They're not going to really be, they're going to look past all like the people who are just flexing cars, flexing their lifestyle. And they're going to really look at the people who are actually providing value and actually really getting people to trust them, right? So not only you do have to focus on longer form content in order to build trust, we also need to actually be providing value. Okay, you need to actually be somebody who people are going to come back to. People are always going to be consistently watching, and just really be valuable. Right? Don't be thinking about giving away too much stuff, giving away too much source. This is not the right mindset to have. And truthfully, if you have not really recognized this trend, right now is actually the 1st of December, then you may be cooked. Like, you need to understand that right now like this whole lifestyle marketing thing is just completely dying off, right? People are really just buying from people that they can actually trust. Like people don't care about how many followers you have or anything like this. They want to trust you, okay? And this is really going to stem from obviously knowing your ICP. The main, like, this is going to be one of the most important things in it. Obviously, deliverables matter. It's not going to be crazily important. But yeah, really just knowing how to build trust and content is so important. I'm not saying to neglect these things right here. TikTok, I mean, the conversion is really going to be too crazy on TikTok. It's a good place to get reach, right? But that's basically it. Instagram is great just because it has so many different features. Don't neglect it, right? Just use its features, but put more focus into YouTube. That should be your goal, right? Especially if you're not doing that already. Literally, put focus into YouTube. Start actually posting content on there. That's actually going to be helping people out unless you're providing value to people, and you're probably going to land way more clients for your coaching just because of the fact that it's actually longer form content. So that's basically it for this video. If you are a coach looking to scale your coaching business, what you can do is go ahead and book a free call me down below or order your coaching business, make your free scaling plan so you basically have full clarity on how you can actually scale your coaching business. And I'll also hit you with the offer at the end if I actually think I can help you out. If you're not really vibing or think I can help you or anything like that, you can just get off the call. I don't mind. It's not going to be any type of hard close or anything like that. So yeah, go ahead and book that free call down below. Also, if you want to find out more about what I personally do, just connect with me or anything like that, I have my free Discord server. It's going to be linked down below. Let me know what types of videos you guys also want to see next. I do definitely want to change it up from the funnel hacks. Like I still want to be providing value to you guys, but I don't want to just only do funnel hacks. So yeah, let me know what other videos you guys want to see next. And yeah, that's it for this video. Peace out.